Okay, fine. So, student, we are going to discuss a thing of beauty, right? It's a fourth poem of your syllabus. You can see here, and I want to complete it because you have exam at 4 o'clock. So, there is a very famous, renowned poet, John Keats, and this has been written by him. John Keats means there is no need of introduction because everyone knows who is John Keats, and he was a British romantic poet. Although he trained, just a second, let me take few more. Fine. So although he trained to be a surgeon, in the beginning he was a surgeon, but Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. So in the beginning, he started his career as a surgeon, but later on, because he had inclination towards poetry, so he moved towards it. So John Keats, in the exam, generally, this one question can be asked: who is the poet of a thing of beauty? So, Thing of Beauty is written by John Keats, and in the beginning, he was a simple. He was a surgeon, but ultimately, he turned himself as a poet, and he had been one of the famous poet. And his powers, Keats secret his power to sway and delight the readers. So all the time, he all with his poem, all the readers they get delighted. When the people they read his poem, they get very much delighted because his poem are very interesting, and his poem always touch to the heart of common people. When the people they read his poem, so that time they feel a kind of different bliss, a kind of different happiness. So they just go near to the nature, they go near to the geographical things like rivers and all. So his poem is always delight the readers, and all the readers very delightfully they read his poem. So here it lies primarily his gift for perceiving the world and living his moods and aspiration in terms of language. The following is an excerpt from his poem Endymion. This question can also be asked: if this a thing of beauty has been taken from which poem? So that is Endymion. So Endymion is a poetic romance. The poem is based on the Greek legend in which Endymion, a beautiful young shepherd, the one who grazed sheep and goats. So there was young shepherd and poet who lived on Mount Letimus, right? So both were living in Mount Letimus, and a vision of Snathia, the moon goddess, and both of them they wanted to have a moon goddess. They wanted to just see and they wanted to pray for that. And the enchanted youth resolved to seek her out, and so wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. And that youth, the shepherd, to just reach out and to have the vision of Cynthia. So that youth moved he started wandering through the forest and down the sea, everywhere in the forestry area. So this poem has been taken from Endymion, and I can take it down. And this poem is so beautiful because through this poem we will come to know the importance of beautiful things. We come to know without beauty the life we cannot imagine. Life can be monotonous. Like this is the time of lockdown and you all are staying at home, you are not able to come out, so you see it seems that you are imprisoned. You are not feeling good, you are feeling boredom. Why? Because lack of beauty. Because beauty is you are not able to see beauty. You are not able to see outside. You are not able to see trees, roads, etc. So these all are a thing of beauty. So here in this poem, we will come to know what is the importance of thing of beauty in our life. The life becomes very lackluster. It becomes very monotonous without the things of beauty. So these kind of things which are the symbol of beauty, we do not know. We come across daily, हम रोज उसके नजदीक जाते हैं, but we do not realize. Through this poem we'll come to know which are the things of beauty, although we are not realizing the importance of these things, but these things are very important, right? If you are imprisoned in one room and 10 by 10 room, and the room is painted with the white paint, so you will be, that time you will be just realizing that what is the importance of the beauty, right? Our life is so beautiful because of the thing of beauty. So we are going to discuss this poem, A Thing of Beauty, and the importance of this beauty in our life. In our life, what is the importance of this beauty? So first we are going to discuss what is a thing of beauty, then we'll discuss which are the things of the beauty, and third we'll discuss what is the role of this thing of beauty. So let's start the poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. You can see over here, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. We cannot see that it's a joy for some minute. Suppose if you are going to Kullu Manali, if you are going to Kashmir, Leh Ladakh. So it does not mean ki if you have gone there and you have consumed all the beautiful things, you have consumed all beauty. No, this beauty always remain forever. If you go again, if other people go there, they will also be able to enjoy this thing of beauty, because a thing of beauty, this beauty is a joy, it gives a joy. And second sense is what? This thing of beauty that gives a kind of joy, a kind of happiness that always remain, it always remain forever. Means if you have been to Manali, although you have come, it has been 10 years, but those memories, those things of beauty will always be giving you happiness, will always be giving you joy forever. So these memories always remain in our mind. Beautiful things always remain in our mind, and they are the joy. They always keep giving joy to the people forever. So there are two meaning. Thing of beauty always keep on giving joy forever, and the joy which they give, it remain in our mind forever, in our memories. So first line is very important. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. It does not mean that one day it will diminish. It does not mean that one day we will not be able to enjoy these things. These things are beautiful, and these are meant for everyone and for the entire life. Next line is, its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness. So the loveliness of this beauty always increase bit by bit, right? Loveliness of the beauty always increase bit by bit, and it never pass into nothingness. It does not mean that this beautiful thing will end up one day. It will remain nothing. There will be no beauty. Beauty always keep on increasing, and it will never pass into none. None means nothing. So beautiful things always remain. It never pass into nothingness. It always increase bit by bit, and it is joy forever, right? But will keep a bower quiet for us. This is very important line. These beautiful things like forest, trees, and all, these keep a bower. Bower means it's our earth, it's our planet, quiet for us. And because of these beautiful things on our planet, on our earth, there is a balance. It gives us a kind of meditative things. It gives us a kind of quietness. It gives a kind of tranquility, aman, chan, shanti. Because of this, and these beautiful things make the balance and keep our earth quiet for us. So if we have quietness, if we have tranquility, the credit goes to these beautiful things. And a sleep, this beautiful things give us a sound sleep. If these beautiful things are not around us, we cannot have a sound sleep. And full of sweet dreams, because we have sound sleep, because there are beautiful things. So whenever we have a sound sleep, we have full of dreams, good health, and quiet breathing. Quiet breathing means very healthy breathing, right? Oxygen level is high because of these trees, because of these old trees, new trees, because of river, etc. There is, we are having quiet breathing. So if you take all first 1, 2, 3, if I just a second, I take a pen, right? If you take a first 4 line, beautiful things always give us number of things. It give us good breathing, good oxygen. It gives us inhaling, exhaling because of trees, because of that environment. It gives us good health. It gives us sound sleep and good dream. and it keeps our earth or planet quiet for us, and it never passes into nothingness. It never goes, never ends up, and minute by minute, its loveliness, beauty always keep on increasing. Its loveliness increases, and a thing of beauty is a joy forever. This joy we enjoy forever. Forever we enjoy this. It does not mean ki it diminishes at one time, and it does not mean ki if we have enjoyed after some time we will forget it. So this is the importance of beauty. It keeps our planet very quiet. It gives us good health. If beautiful things are there, then only we can have good health. And if beautiful things are there, then only we can have quiet breathing. Otherwise, we can have problem with the uh, inhaling and exhaling. So therefore, look, because of all this reason, I'm going to have another paragraph. Therefore, on every morrow means on every second day, we are just going for beauty. We are searching for beauty. Here I am, guys. For every tomorrow, we are reading. Reading means to making garland. Reading is called making garland. Garland may we need number of beautiful things. Reading means it's a garland of different flowers. So garland is a cluster of flower. Garland is a cluster of beautiful things. So for every tomorrow, we are reading a flowery band. Flowery band means we want and we are searching, we are seeking lots of beauty. Flowery band means lots of beauty to bind us to the earth. And these beautiful things make a bond between us and earth. If these beautiful things would not have been, so there would not have been a bond with us, with the earth. We are respecting earth. We are on this earth. We have bond because of this beautiful things, right? So these 6 lines all tell about the importance of beauty, right? We have attachment, a kind of bond with the earth because of beauty, and beauty gives number of things. That's why every tomorrow, every second day, we are looking for beauty. We are seeking for beauty. We are searching for beauty, and we are reading a flowery band. We are reading a flowery band means we are looking lots of beauty because it makes us very balanced, and it makes us it gives us a quiet breathing, and it makes us healthy. Now, next paragraph, spite of despondence. Despondence means that dejectedness, means people are so dejected and so sad. Sadness भी कह सकते हैं. So in the society, if you see, society is not a utopian society. Society is not like everyone is happy. Society is not like no one is fighting with each other. Society is not like there is no trouble, there is no problem. So in spite of despondence, in spite of sadness, in spite of disappointment, in spite of dejection in the society, there is too much dejection, but in spite of it, in सबके बावजूद of the inhuman earth, dirt, and there is dirt means there is a scarcity, there is a let up means there is a shortage of inhuman. People are in our society, people are inhuman. They do not have humility, they do not have manners, they are so cruel. So there is a dearth of inhuman. People are inhuman. आप इसको just break up करके देखें. In spite of desponent, because there is a sadness in the society, and there is a inhumanity, right? There is a inhumanity and despondence, but dearth of noble nature. Dearth of noble nature means there is a lack of noble nature. People in the society, noble people are very handful. थोड़े बहुत noble लोग हैं. There is a dearth of noble people because in the society, inhumanity, inhumility, right, despondence, casting, these kind of problem are there, and noble nature people are very few are which are very noble. And of the gloomy days, and days are so gloomy, days are so sad, days are so darkened. So days बहुत dark हैं. There is downcast, there is dullness, there is a lackluster, there is no energy, people are so disappointed, and of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, and people have over darkened and unhealthy ways, right? In some part like slum area and all, people are in over darkened ways, people are unhealthy over there because of COVID. You must have seen in crematorium, people, they were just cremated in a such a way, some you can say that some dead bodies were found in river Ganga also. So these kind of unhealthy and over darkened ways are there, gloomy days are there is a lack of noble nature, where people are inhuman, and there is a despotence everywhere, there is a dejectness everywhere, there is people, there is darkness everywhere. But all these kind of things, right, made for our searching. That's why we people want beauty. If this remain for a longer time, unhealthy ways, over darkened ways, gloomy days, and inhuman people, despondent, if it remain for a longer time, people cannot sustain on this world. So because of this all negative things, beauty makes it positive, beauty try to make it balance. So that's why we are forced to go for searching, we are searching for the beauty. Yes, in spite of all means, because of all these kind of things, we people are searching for beauty. Some shape of beauty moves away the pall. Pall is a covering, shroud बोलते हैं, जिसे कफन बोलते हैं. So we, the entire world is covered with darkness, the entire world, there is despotence, there is inhuman, dearth of noble nature, gloomy days. So entire world is enveloped with the these kind of things. ये सारी चीजों से entire world is enveloped, and this is called cover. Pal मतलब it's a covering, कफन सा है, but some shape of beauty moves away this pal. Pal means covering, kafan, shroud. So try to understand, guys. We people are, because of the over darkened ways, because of the unhealthy ways, because of the uh, inhuman nature people, because of the despotence, the entire environment is surrounded with the these kind of things. Because of dejection, the entire environment is surrounded and is covered with the pall, covered with shroud. But this shroud, this covering can only be moved away by a shape of beauty. जो beauty आती है उसको हटा देती है, and it brings something new. From our dark, and our spirit are dark, right? On our, over our spirit, this is a dark covering over there. From our dark spirit, such as, now here, look at this again, I say, our spirits, our soul, right, they are covered with these kind of negative things. Only beauty comes up and removes it and try to make it balanced. Now, which are the source of beauty we are going to discuss? Source of beauty, like moon, sun is a source of beauty, moon is a source of beauty. Whenever we get up, we see sun in the morning, it gives a kind of energy, it gives a kind of different thing to us. And in the night time, when we see moon and moony night, we see, we find, wow, what a night it is. It gives, again, it gives a kind of energy. And when we go to the village, old people trees, young trees, sapling, sprouting a shady boon, and these trees and all, they are sprouting a shady boon. Boon ka matlab blessing. So we are getting shady blessing, matlab we are getting shades because of these trees, and young trees and old trees, because of the sun and moon. So these four are giving a shade to us. हमारे को एक तरह से शेड दे रहे हैं, शेडो दे रहे हैं, राइट. सो दीज आर स्प्राउटिंग ए शेडी बून. ये हमें एक तरह से ब्लेसिंग दे रहे हैं. These come like a blessing in the form of beauty. If we did not have a sun, if we did not have moon, if we did not have old trees, if we did not have young trees, so think about it, what would have been our life, right? Our life would have been hell. We could not have any source that could re-energize us, revitalize us. So these kind of things like sun, moon, trees, and etc., they are giving us a shade, a shadow or shade, and that shade and shadow are just like blessing for us. ये हमारे लिए एक तरह से blessing है. If these things would not have been, so it would have been very difficult to survive. Our life would have been in negativity. There would have been negativity in our life. So I hope this is clear to you guys. यहाँ अब तक आपको clear है? I wish if you have any doubt in chat box you can write. Now I'm going to have another one. Till now what we have discussed, our life has number of despots, our life has number of things which always keep us down in in human nature, despots, gloomy days, unhealthy ways, over darkened ways. So because of this, our life is covered with like our negativity, and this shroud, this covering can only be removed by beauty. ये सारी चीजें beauty से निकल सकती है, right? And let's move ahead. In today's paper there will be a question from this poem. I know it was not in the syllabus, but in the paper there are some questions. That's why I'm just discussing. Please listen carefully. There will be MCQ question, don't worry. Now what else are the source of beauty? We have discussed moon is source of beauty, sun is a source of beauty, old tree is a source of beauty, young trees are source of beauty, and they are like they are giving us like shadow, and it's a form of blessing to us. Now let's discuss what else are the source of beauty. If you see and go into the forest, you will find a small lamb. Lamb is a small kid of sheep. So sheep and lamb, they are known for, they are very gullible, they are very naive, बहुत भोले भाले से होते हैं. So if you look at the sheep, if you look at the daffodils, daffodils are the flower. So these daffodils are source of beauty. These ships are source of beauty. What else? With the green world they live in, the green world is called forest. So these ships and daffodils, they are in forest. So forest is a source of beauty. So forest, flowers, ship, and what else? Clear rills. Clear rills is river. River means the water bodies like fountain, lake, pond, river, oceans. So these clear rills are source of beauty, that for themselves a cooling covered make against the hot season. And try to understand these 1.5 line. These clear rivers, like rivers, these daffodils, these forests, they are making a cooling covered. These things give us a shadow and cooling covered against the hot season. Think about it. If there would not have been any river, pond, lake, etc., or if there would not have been any ocean, because rainfall and rain comes through the ocean only, because when the water goes into the ocean and from ocean it turns into water vapor, and through the process of condensation we get rainfall. So if these oceans, these bodies would not have been, so we could not have a shelter against the hot season. So these things make a cooling covered against the hot season. What else? The mid forest break. And if you see in the middle of the forest there are break is a kind of you can say that it's a tree, and bushes bhi kehte hain. There are some bushes and trees. So in the mid forest there are some bushes and break. Yahan pe dekh sakte ho, you can see down. The meaning is a thick mass of ferns. So it's a type of plant or bushes. So in the middle of the forest there are some break, rich with the sprinkling of fair musk rose bloom. And in the break, in the bushes, there are some musk rose, and musk rose is blooming. Blooming ka matlab, it's you can say that ki blossoming. So in the forest, this musk rose, in the break, these are musk rose, and all these things are blooming and blossoming. The fragrance gives us a kind of beauty. Now these are the natural things like forest blooms, musk rose and forest and rivers and daffodil, then sheep, then trees. Now there are other source of beauty are there. Which are the other source? Such too is a grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty deads. If you talk about the mighty deads, those mighty deads are those who sacrificed their life. So their stories, right, their tales, right, their deeds, right, and for them, when they sacrificed their life, so it was a grandeur for them. Grandeur ka matlab pride. So people, those who sacrificed their life, the mighty deads, those who sacrificed their life, so their grandeur, their pride, their story, their tale will be remembered for a last time till the doom's time. Matlab the story of like Rajguru, Sukhdev, Bhagat Singh, Gandhi ji. So their tale and their deeds, their work will be remembered for till the doomsday. Dooms is called the last day of the earth. So this is also a source of beauty. ये भी एक source of beauty है, like tales of the people, right? Mighty deads and their sacrifice, their work, their tales and stories, and all this they did for the grandeur, for the pride, and these are the also the source of beauty. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, जो हमने इनकी tales पढ़ी हैं, stories पढ़ी है of mighty deads, these are also we have heard and read. These are also source of beauty. So in the last fourth, fifth, and sixth last line, you can see that the mighty deads, those who sacrificed their life, right, and they sacrificed for their grandeur. So their grandeur, their pride, their dignity, their deeds, their stories, their tales will be remembered till the doomsday, and that is also source of beauty. When we discuss about history, we discuss about Ashoka, we discuss about and that Prithviraj Chauhan. So these are also source of beauty. You must have seen movies, like number of movies which were based on these historical tales. So these are also source of beauty. Now the last two line, the endless fountain of immortal drink pouring into us from the heavens bring. And this is endless fountain. These source of beauty are like an endless fountain. That's mean the fountain which is coming through the heaven, and these source of beauty, whether you can count it, it's a rain, it's a moon, it's a sun, it's a forest, it's a river, all are just coming through the heaven in the form of fountain, and this fountain is endless. That's mean this beauty will never be ended. And this fountain means it comes like a fountain which will never end, and it's an immortal drink. This beauty is an immortal drink. That's mean it will never die. Immortal matlab it will never dry, and it will keep coming through the heaven. And these this endless fountain of immortal drink, where it is coming from, pouring onto us. It is coming onto us. Pouring means it is a gushing, it is a falling onto us. kahan se? From the heavens brink. Brink means it's the edge. So over the edge in the sky, that's mean you can call it nature. So over the heaven, over the sky, through the brink of heaven, these source of beauty, these things of beauty pouring onto us, right? And these source of beauty will remain like a fountain. That fountain that sprinkle these things over us, and that is an endless fountain. That's mean beauty will never end. Beauty kabhi end nahi hogi. The last line again it tells that these source of beauty are endless fountain, and these source of beauty pouring over us through the heaven spring. In the heaven, from the sky, from the nature, we will keep taking these source of beauty, and these source of beauty we are searching. Dekho, if I combine the entire poem, if you talk about from the beginning till end, I have combined. Now I'm taking from end to the beginning. If you talk about there are number of source of beauty, right? Beauty is like mighty dads, their tail is beauty, their grandeur is beauty, it will remain till the doomsday, it's a beauty. Musk rose, it's a beauty. And that rivers against the hot season is beauty. River is a beauty, and sheep is a beauty, daffodil is beauty, moon is beauty, sun is beauty. So these are the source of beauty, and these will we will be enjoying these source of beauty. These will be pouring onto us from the heaven spring till the last day. These are immortal. These source of beauty will never end. And why are we searching, right? On every tomorrow, if I go up, for every tomorrow we are searching the source of beauty. Why? Here it is, you can see, for every morrow, we are just searching the source of beauty. Why? Because in our surrounding, there is a darkness. Ways are over darkened. Days are very unhealthy. Days are so gloomy. Why these days are unhealthy, over darkened, and or gloomy? Because surrounding there is a despotence, there is a crying, death, negativity, inhumanity, and the lack of noble people. So because of this, we are over darkened, we are unhealthy, we are just very gloomy, बहुत उदास हैं, and that's why for every tomorrow we are searching the source of beauty, and source of beauty are sun, moon, and etc. And in the beginning, it tells a thing of beauty. The first four line, it tells that a thing of beauty, it's a joy forever. It is an endless fountain. It's an immortal fountain, and it will keep and pouring onto us from the heavens brink, and we will be enjoying this beauty forever. So यहाँ पे if you see this the entire one, you will find that the beautiful things always give us a kind of inflammable bliss. It's a kind give us a kind of happiness, and that makes our life so balanced, right? And the source of beauty are these, and these are immortal. These will give us will be giving us forever, and these always come from the heaven, brink of heaven, and these are immortal. And we are searching these source of beauty because we it's very simple, because we are searching because we are surrounded with these kind of things which are like inhuman, humanity, despotence, and gloomy days. So that's why we need beauty. So I hope student, you must have understood. You can write in a chat box if you have any doubt. Amit and all, have you understood? I have explained in one stretch. In last 35 minutes, I have been speaking. I have explained from the beginning to end, and from the end to the beginning. Please give me answer if have you understood this poem, the thing of beauty and its importance, why we are searching this thing of beauty, which are the source of thing of beauty, right? So through this poem we come to know number of things, that a thing, what is thing of beauty, it is joy forever, which are the source of beauty, and why are we seeking beauty every tomorrow? Because this beauty give us a kind of balance, right? Right, and this beauty can just remove the covering of negativity, because in our surrounding there are negativity. If beautiful things would not have been here, so it would not have been possible to maintain the balance of the nature. So guys, I hope you must have understood, and I'm gonna wind up. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me, and there would be one or two or three questions, and that would be only you can call it MCQ question only. Okay, thank you so much for your